Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to the home of everything Barcelona, and welcome to the home of every Barcelona lover. In this episode, we are going to be discussing on the post-match reaction from manager Xavi Hernandez, who spoke about that impressive win over Athletic Club yesterday. He spoke about Ousmane Dembele as well, and even Pedri. Then also we are going to be talking on the reaction from Pedri himself, who did brilliantly in that game. Then also talking about Dani Alves, who spoke about the game, of course, also complimenting Pedri a lot of his performances. We are going to be discussing solely on that in this episode. So guys, as we get right into it, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Give this video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Barcelona coach Xavi talked about Ousmane Dembele and Pedri after Sunday's impressive 4-0 win over Athletic at the Camp Nou. Dembele came off the bench and scored his first goal of the La Liga season before adding 2 assists in an eye-catching display. Xavi was asked about Dembele after the match and specifically if he thought he could stay at Barca, but didn't want to talk too much about his future. Xavi said, "This is not my business. In football, nothing can be ruled out. It is a matter of Dembele and the club. What I'm happy with him because he's a professional," he said. "He has made the difference. I see many conditions. Today, we have seen the Dembele that we want and that we all want." Xavi then went on to praise Pedri yet again for another impressive display in midfield for Barcelona alongside Sergio Busquets and Xavi. He said, "Aside from the non-make, which is a small detail, it's how he understands the game, goes between the lines and goes behind the midfield pivots," he added. "He reminds me a lot of Andres Iniesta. If we are talking about pure talent, Pedri is the best in the world. He is a wonderful player. I haven't seen many talents like him." Barcelona now have a week off before their next match, which is a trip to Elche in La Liga. Then talking about Pedri, he turned on a style yet again during that game over Bilbao. He was once again influential in midfield and also stunned the crowd with a gorgeous backheel non-make in the second half. Unsurprisingly, the moment of magic from Pedri quickly had the fans singing his name, Pedri, Pedri, Pedri. Of course, Pedri actually spoke about the incident after the game and admitted he would have been in trouble if he hadn't been able to pull it off. He said, "I was screwed if I lost the ball, but it came off," he said after the game before going on to talk about the match. He said, "We are working well. The coach has given us a lot of advice, especially the young players, and we are seeing that with the result." The midfielder also went on to play a key role in Barca's third goal scored by Luke de Jong after a cross from Ousmane Dembele. Memphis Depay then completed the scoring from another Dembele assist in stoppage time. Right back Dani Alves is one of the many to be left utterly impressed and stunned by Pedri Gonzalez. It has been a difficult season for Pedri, who spent around half a season out injured on the back of a long season last time out. The young midfielder played more minutes than anyone in Europe last season, and that workload took its toll. Injury issues followed this season, and he missed months of action before finally returning earlier in the year. Pedri now looks back to his best, and on Sunday yesterday, he put on his best performance of the season in a brilliant Barcelona win over Athletic Club. Athletic Club, couldn't get close to the midfielder who at 19 years of age is already being dubbed as one of the best in the world in his position, and a player who has worked with many of the best to have played the game. Alves agrees with that assessment. He said, "True luck. I have been with people of that level, but he's one who is most assimilated to those," he said. "I have had to luck to be able to live with them. We are seeing a player who is amazing. It's incredible to play with them." Very, very interesting words from Dani Alves there. And of course, when you see such compliments from veterans like this, that tells you all about Pedri. Of course, Dani Alves, Xavi, they've played alongside the great players in football and they know what it takes. They know their capabilities. And Pedri receiving such praise, it's really, really huge, really huge. And of course, yesterday his performance was world class. I must admit, it was so good, so good. Pedri put up a display that was mind blowing, was mind blowing. What he did yesterday amazed the whole Camp Nou, amazed the whole, in fact, the whole fan base of FC Barcelona across the globe. And that just tells you how the future is going to be like for our club. The future is really, really bright. The young players are growing to become real gems. Pedri at just 19 years of age. What he's doing is like he's already a veteran. It's like he has been playing for many years. And of course, so confident on the ball. His passes so accurate, good passing accuracy, pinpoint, like I don't know, it's really incredible to see him play the game. And it's a pleasure to have Pedri in this team. He's going to bring a lot to this team. And what is even more interesting is the fact that he plays as though he left La Masia, which is not even the case. Pedri have never been, a La Masia player, but he have the Barca philosophy in his playing style, even more than some of the Barca players who left the academy, which is really, really interesting to see. Of course, we see how the team is flourishing now, winning 3 games on the bounce with 4 goals scored in the last 3 games in all competitions, which is a very big step forward. So we just hope for consistency, doing this week in, week out, putting such displays that we saw yesterday, displays that we've been seeing for the past, I think, almost 2 weeks now, since beating Valencia, which I probably think, Xavi is getting his footing. The team is understanding what Xavi requires of them, and it's evidently clear from the way they play, the tiki-taka, the aggressiveness. It's really, really good. And of course, seeing how they play, they try to win the ball back very quickly. And we can see that winning mentality that have been instilled, within the team, which is very, very important. The most important thing is for the team to have the belief that they can win every single game. So the top 4 race is ours to lose, to be honest. Barca have it on their hands right now. We are fourth at the moment, and that is something that we don't expect to drop from. With the form that we currently have, Barca need to hold grip on that top 4 spot. Of course, why not? I still have the belief that continuing to play the way we are, the season will probably end with us taking third. Of course, Real Betis, they were lost yesterday, which is a big boost for FC Barcelona, which means if we play the game that we are owing, we will leapfrog them, to the third position in the La Liga standings, which I very much believe that Barca will do that very well. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video, and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please make sure to do so you always stay up to date with the latest on FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.